think we're gonna get started. I had a dream of a boom gala, a virtual room gala. We'll have it on Zoom, our gala. Oy vey's mir, it came clear. Let's have a virtual gala this year. You ask why, can't deny. It's 'cause we all love Temple Isaiah. We'll have fun, there'll be games. Plus we'll read you a long list of names of those who give, those who care about our beloved Temple Isaiah. Our elation is the reasoning for this celebration. And please get your vaccination. We've a staff we adore, and our campus is great furthermore. Plus we've got great rabbis, very kind, very wise. I even hear the cantors pretty good. Yes, they're all part of Temple Isaiah, your Jewish neighborhood. We've worked hard to endure, not always a piece of cake, but we've grown stronger. Chazak, chazak, venit chazek. Tonight will be quite a hoot, but for now we ask, please stay on mute. We're the best you can get in all of Lafayette. So many reasons why this fact is true. It's 'cause Temple Isaiah is J-Quest and Noah Knight. Temple Isaiah is Via and Ganelon. Temple Isaiah is Anshe and WOI. Most of all, don't forget, Temple Isaiah is you.
Woo! Thank you so much, Cantor Corn, for starting us off for such a great night. I don't know about all of you, but I can already kind of feel things tingling, right? We're getting excited. It is time for our Zoom Gala 2021. What a good night it is going to be. It is so good to be here together. Tonight is about having fun, and it's about celebration, and it is about lifting up our shared community that is Isaiah. Let me begin, though, by acknowledging that this year we know has been one of the most challenging years for Isaiah as a whole, and we know for so many as individuals and as families. And so I open by honoring all of you who have navigated this year, a year filled with the loss of loved ones. May all of their memories be for blessings. A year entrenched in loss in countless ways. We see you. We are here for you. This year, perhaps more than any other year, has shown us that Isaiah has been a source of enduring strength in difficult days. And that is what tonight is all about. The ways in which we keep gleaning strength from struggle, the ways in which we strengthen one another by being a part of this community together, the ways in which Isaiah has shown up in our lives. I can firmly say that Isaiah did not let a pandemic move us from our mission. Yes, things looked different for sure, but if anything, we dug into mission even more. Meaning, how we make sense of these days, purpose, how we act to make an impact, and relationships. This intentional community, they continue to be at the center of who we are and what we do. The pandemic, it changed how we operated, yes, but it did not stop us from being a source of strength and showing up in the ways that you needed Isaiah to show up. This year, we figured out how to move our community to an online space, and then we figured out how to bring parts of our community back onto campus quickly and safely, like Gala that has been running on campus in our community since June of 2020, and JQuest and Nowhere Night too. And now this year is about safely moving the rest of our community back onto campus while also maintaining our robust online presence so that everyone has a way in no matter where we may be. We've been praying on Zoom and now we're also praying in our parking lot. And I will say very, very, very soon, I am happy to report that our sanctuary will soon be swinging its doors wide open as well. But all of that being said, this year has taught us that we are more than the spaces we inhabit. We are first and foremost about people, right? We are a neighborhood. We are a community. We are the intricate and beautiful interweavings of prayer and action and learning and connection and hope. We are hope. And if we, Isaiah, can endure a year like this one, and still be the strong and resilient and caring and inspiring and innovative and creative community that we are, then the sky is truly the limit. I feel blessed every single day to have ended up in a community like this one. And I hope you feel the same about your being a part of this, our Jewish neighborhood as well. And there are only better things to come. There are 3 Temple Isaiah trips to Israel planned over the next little bit of time over 2022 and 2023 because we love Israel and we can't get back. We launched 18 Isaiah circles this year, ways for us to connect and build new relationships even during COVID. And next year, we're going to double that. We have a high holy days season to look forward to with options for everyone online, outdoors, and yes, once again, back in our beautiful sanctuary. This coming year, it will truly be a year to celebrate because it is our 70th year as Temple Isaiah. Now, the theme for our gala tonight is from strength to strength, Mechayel Lechayel. We share these words, may you go from strength to strength as Jews whenever we acknowledge that we are at a pivot point, right? A precious time when we were able to look back at where we've been and also simultaneously look forward into our future with hope. And that's what this moment right now is. It's that pivot point. It's about both looking back and looking forward, knowing that Isaiah is standing strong in order to stand by you and stand for you and stand with you every step of the way. In the face of a global pandemic, we stood strong because we needed to. Tonight, we honor that strength and we commit to keeping Isaiah strong for ourselves and for the generations to come. So let's get this party started. Let me share how tonight is going to work. We are going to hear some inspiring stories. We're going to play some fun games. We're going to have gift giveaways as well. And of course, we're going to have opportunities to help Isaiah stay strong by pledging support via the Zoom chat or on text or by phone. Now, let me share, this year we have a giant opportunity that we do not want to let go to waste. We have the gift of a matching $50,000 grant. And it is just with enormous gratitude that we share with Julie and Paul Kando and with the Justice Foundation, the family foundation of Melody and Jerry Weintraub. Thank you so much. You are a blessing. You continue to be a blessing for all of us in our community. And I know you are hoping that our community is going to step up and match your generosity. A $50,000 matching grant, dollar for dollar throughout our night. It is very, very exciting for us. We're going to share more in just a few minutes about how you can do just that. But first, let us take a moment to hear more from our staff and from our clergy about what keeps Isaiah strong. We are strong thanks to our amazing board and lay leadership. We are strong thanks to you.
Whether 6 feet apart or in squares on a screen, we draw strength from one another.
We draw strength from doing Jewish learning together. We are strong because we pursue the value of Yirdof Tzedek, pursuing justice. And we are strong so that we can pursue justice.
Temple Isaiah's strength lies in the diversity of programming and opportunities, allowing each and every member to find their way into our Jewish neighborhood.
Temple Isaiah is strong because so many of our members are pursuing a spiritual path through Jewish learning, at Torah and Talmud study, at yoga, through Musar, studying Hebrew, and so much more.
From my perch, I, Shem Naches, get immense pleasure from the strength our rabbis and cantor bring to our community every day. Deep, creative, flexible, accessible, adaptable. They navigate transitions with apparent ease. May they continue to inspire and guide our Jewish neighborhood.
You know, spanning nearly 50 years, I have witnessed in the ashes of tragedy breathtaking triumphs of the human spirit, wherein Isaiah's members have never failed to reach out to each other with chesed, loving kindness, and caring.
We are strong because we do this in community together. The whole is truly greater than the sum of its parts.
Temple Isaiah is strong because of our amazing and altruistic community.
We are strong because of our resilient Ganilan students and their supportive families.
May we all go from strength to strength. Mechayel lechayel.
Be strong, may we all be strengthened.
From strength to strength.
Mechayel lechayel.
Chazak, chazak, v'nit chazek. Be strong, and we will be strengthened.
Kol hakavod to all our learners. May your strength and your joy increase.
From strength to strength. Michael lechail.
Hazak, hazak, v'nit hazek.
May we all go from strength to strength.
From strength to strength.
We have come from near and far to raise our voice in song, and the more we join in the refrain, the more we feel strong. Chazak, chazak, v'nit chazek. There is a power in this place and time. It shapes the rest of our lives. For when we return each year, we find a truth we can't deny. Be strong, let us strengthen one another. Be strong, let us celebrate our lives. Be strong, let us strengthen one another. Chazak, chazak, v'nit chazek. Chazak, chazak, v'nit chazek. As we sing, we link ourselves to those who came before. And we're one with all those yet to come. Our strength, it will endure. Be strong, let us strengthen one another. Be strong, let us one another. Chazak, chazak. Chazak, chazak. Chazak, chazak. V'nitchazek.
Cantor, that was so beautiful. I cannot wait for us to be together so that we can sing together. I know no one wants that more than you. Welcome, everyone. It is so great to see everyone tonight for our annual gala. Over the past year, there have been countless times on Zoom where I'm kind of amazed by the relationships that we all have with one another and Temple Isaiah, whether it be a Torah study, a worship service, adult education, or small groups. But tonight, something is something special. With more than 120 screens attending so far, tonight we have the opportunity to celebrate our community and offer thanks to our amazing clergy and professional staff, as well as our lay leaders who continue to be there for us when we need them. And it's such a testament to what Temple Isaiah means to our 900 households that we all come out on a Saturday evening like this on Zoom. In thinking about these remarks, I reflected back on my Rosh Hashanah speech, where I asked, where do we want Temple Isaiah to be at the end of all this? And that it would take all of us to go from strength to strength. And overwhelmingly, you have all spoken. From strength to strength is really only possible because you all leaned in. Your generosity speaks for itself. Enormous thanks to our professional staff and clergy. It is such a blessing for me and our board to have partnered with you this year. And tonight, as the rabbi said, special thanks to Julie and Paul Kando and Justice Foundation, the family foundation of Melody and Jerry Weintraub, for matching all pledges received tonight up to $50,000. We also thank our generous gala sponsors for helping to raise over $43,000 in advance of the gala, with special thanks to our diamond sponsors, Jan and Alex Trzniewski. And huge gratitude too to the awesome Jen Boxerman, Joe Pakel, Stu Kirsch, and the entire Gala committee. We really appreciate all of your incredibly hard work. Last year, your reflections in the chat were so inspiring. We'd love to hear from all of you in the Zoom chat again this year. All night, you can answer the questions. How did Temple Isaiah go from strength to strength this year? What were you grateful for? So inspiring. Thank you. One way we will show our appreciation tonight is with some fun gift giveaways. I'm happy to introduce my friend Stu Kirsch to give away tonight's first gift.
Thank you, Alan. Thank you all for coming. What a wonderful opportunity. What a wonderful community we have here tonight. And we have our first gift giveaway. This gift is a wonderful assortment of 6 bottles of wine, an instant wine cellar for you. Let's stoke up our wheel of names. We have all your names listed here and find ourselves a winner. Round and round it goes. And the winner of the first giveaway is Catherine Cutler and Abe Mintz. Congratulations. Enjoy your wine collection as you go from strength to strength.
Thank you so much, Stu, and congrats, Mazel Tov, Mazel Tov. All right, so tonight what we're going to do is we are going to have the chance to hear some inspiring stories about the ways that we have gone from strength to strength in lots of different areas. But what we're going to focus on first, what I'd love to begin in, is how we drew strength from how we pray together. And while we wait for that video, I can share Mazel Tov again to Kathy and Abe.
This community is my second home. Before the pandemic hit, it seemed every time I got in the car, my GPS defaulted to route me to Temple Isaiah. A year ago, when Temple closed its physical doors, I was devastated. My spiritual practice came to a grinding halt. Though our virtual doors were always open, for me, who sits in the same sanctuary seat, lifted up by my fellow congregants in prayer every Friday night, staring at the screen just wasn't fulfilling. I am so incredibly grateful to our clergy and our lay leaders who heard our pleas to make it possible to be back in our physical home. Our leadership navigated safety recommendations and set an example for the greater community, allowing us opportunities to be safely in our sacred space, allowing me to feel whole again. Who knew that the soccer sidelines gear that I keep in the car would come in handy at Havdalah or Shabbat in the parking lot? Or that the Hamakom garden would be my new cherished sacred space? I cried happy tears that very first time I heard Cantor Korn's voice live in person, accompanied by our Mizmor band at Havdalah in the parking lot, and I'm overcome with emotion now every time I set foot on campus. So much I've taken for granted. As Rabbi Nikki Greninger recently blogged, there's absolutely no substitute for in-person tefillah. I'm eternally grateful to be safely back in my home on Risa Road, and I look forward to many more opportunities in person soon.
Hi, Temple Isaiah. We're the Smith family. I'm Amy. This is my husband, Tom. Baby Meyer, yes, hello. And our other son, Benji, is inside. We wanted to share that last year in November, we had the opportunity to do an in-person baby naming ceremony in the Hamakom garden. We were grateful to have Rabbi Greninger and Cantor Korn there, and many of our family and friends to celebrate in person.
And it was just so special in a year when it was hard to do a lot of the normal baby stuff, to be able to gather our community together.
It was a beautiful ceremony with all of my friends with you.
So thank you, Temple Isaiah.
We can't wait to be back in person with you. Yay, thank you.
Hi, I'm Marcia Weintraub Moling, and we've all been through an upside down type of year. One of the things that have really kept me sane is the wonderful Zoom programs at Temple. I have attended almost every Friday night and listened to the rabbi's wonderful messages and the cantor's fabulous voice. I cannot carry a tune, and so when I'm sitting at Temple in the pews, I don't sing. But at home, with only Richard to listen to me, I carry myself right along with the cantors singing. I want to take the moment to thank so many people who have made these Zoom happenings happen. It really has been a touchstone for me. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. Have a good day. Bye-bye.
Hi, we're Jeff and Linda Rosenthal, and we're excited to be part of the Gala this year. High holidays this past year were obviously quite different, but really meaningful because it was a different way to connect and feel a part of the community, even though it was by video, and being involved in the choir was still a great experience.
What it reminded me to do was, and it took effort, right, was to get in that place where you celebrate what you have and what you still can do. And I think that's what High Holy Days is like for a lot of reasons. What can be? What is still ahead? What can we look up toward, and what can we strive toward? So this year was different, but it made me look up.
It was just very moving for me to see and hear all of that. I assume the same might be true for some of you as well. And reading the comments coming into the chat, it is clear that this community has touched you in so many different ways. And so there's a way in which we can make sure that our community stays strong. And that is through pledging your support. The way that you can do so, I think we'll have a slide shared in just a moment. There are a lot of different ways in which you can do that. So one way that we can start this off is by if you have something that you'd like to donate, and any amount is appreciated and so meaningful. Give from the heart, of course, is to share your full name and the amount. So you can put that right in the Zoom chat. That's one of the ways you can share, as well as the other sources that are up here as well. And so in case you joined us a little bit late, I do want to share that we have a very exciting opportunity. We have a dollar for dollar match, a $50,000 matching grant. Thank you to the Kando family. Thank you to the Justice Foundation, the Family Foundation for the Weintraubs. And it's just an unbelievable gift for us to be able to do that. And look at this, we already have some amazing pledges, $26,052. Oh my gosh, amazing.
Wonderful. Really? And even in our chat, Rabbi, we already have people pledging their support of Temple Isaiah. Thank you so much to the Jennis family, to the Bell family, Julie and Stephen, to Stephen Weinzimmer and Karen Moss. Wow. From the Gershik and Hannon family, thank you so much. Thank you so much for your support. This is exciting to see and really helping us out with that dollar for dollar match.
Absolutely. And we know some of that, some of the funds that you see reflected here with the $26,000 and plus also came from some few folks who weren't able to be here, who pledged earlier in the week. And so we are so grateful, and we know we'll have a chance to share those in just a bit. Oh, I saw some more coming in, Cantor.
Yeah, Joe and Neela Pakel, thank you so much. Susan and Jeff Rideout, thank you for your support. Haley and Jeff Glickman, who, if I may embarrass them a little bit, got married during the pandemic at Temple Isaiah, and I was blessed to be with them under the chuppah. So mazal tov to them, and thank you for your support. We want to thank Alana and Andrew Kleinberger and Melissa Jacobowitz, Abe Mintz and Kathy Cutler, mazel tov on the wine, and thanks for your donation. Erica and Howard Goldstein, thank you so much for your support.
Amazing. And remember, every dollar pledge, it's a dollar for dollar match. So it is doubled. Yes, so previously pledged amounts do show, and we'll have a chance to share those aloud in just a little bit as well.
Thank you to Roy Kaplan and Janet Saunders. Thank you for your support. Thank you to Steve and Judy Lipson. Thank you for your support as well. This is wonderful. I'm very inspired. The Stein family. Wow, thank you so much. Tracy and Steve Gordon, thank you for your support. Michael and Jeannie Goldine Conoran, thank you. Paul and Cynthia Menaker, thank you for your donation. The Snyders, thank you so much for your support. Sarah and Scott Langbine, thank you so much. Sue Adler-Bressler and Dave Bressler, thank you so much. We're just so grateful. This is so amazing to see how everyone is pitching in and ensuring our success for the future. This, as we like to say, is your Jewish neighborhood, and we so appreciate the way that you support us, and financially, but also emotionally and spiritually. You are such an important part of this community, all of you. Kathy and Mark Bressler, thank you so much for your donation as well.
Amazing. So we're going to let folks continue to give, and we'll have a chance to thank you aloud in just a little bit as you continue to share in various ways in which you are thanking the community, being able to help us towards the many goals that we set for ourselves. But for now, I want to turn back to Stu Kirsch for another giveaway.
Thank you, Rabbi and Cantor, and thank you all for such wonderful gifts and your generosity. And speaking of generosity, one of our own, Jennifer Ellis, our wonderful harpist, is donating a 30-minute virtual Jewish concert experience. So Jennifer will work with you on a concert that you'll be able to share with your friends online, and we'll spin that wheel and see who's going to come up with a great concert experience from our own harpist, Jennifer Ellis. And here we go. Our winners are Lynn Harrington Gold and Chip Gold. Congratulations. Enjoy your concert with Jennifer Ellis.
Thanks so much, Stu, and congratulations, Chip and Lynn. That is so exciting. Well, tonight we got to hear a little bit of music. We got to see some inspiring videos, and there are more of those to come. And those are one of my favorite things that happens, because it's so fun to see everyone's faces and hear how everyone feels about Temple Isaiah. It's been very inspiring to me. But we also have an opportunity, even after Stu gives away more gifts, we now are going to have a little bit of fun. And I want to introduce you to somebody that maybe is a hidden gem that you don't know about at Temple Isaiah. And that is Maimoni. He is one of our J-Quest teachers. And if you don't know Maimoni, I will say personally, I think he is one of the most creative people I know. He is inspiring, and if you talk to any of the students in his class, you will hear how just unbelievably excited they are about their learning and their inspiration. And Maimoni takes them on incredible adventures like you wouldn't believe. And so we are so thrilled to have him here tonight to take us on a few fun adventures as well. So Maimoni, I'm going to turn it over to you.
All right. Well, good evening, everyone. Can everyone hear me okay? Thumbs up? All right. Excellent. Excellent. Tonight, we are gathered not only to support Temple Isaiah, but to celebrate it. And in honor of the temple's upcoming 70th anniversary, the Temple Isaiah Historical Society has asked me to present the history of the temple. It is not well known because the historians have forgotten many of the details, and they'd like your help filling them in. So as I read this incomplete historical account, I will prompt you to contribute to it in one of two ways: by typing a word in the chat, or by holding up to your webcam a household object. So make sure that you have some everyday items at your fingertips. And now, everyone, get ready to co-author the unauthorized origin of Temple Isaiah. God created the world in 6 days and rested upon the seventh. The Almighty soon grew tired of resting and said, "Let there be nightlife." And it was so. The Lord's children celebrated at night and repented Monday morning, leading some to petition God for an 8th day. But the finite one said, "Pray to the hand, for the face shall not hear thee." Many nocturnal revelers descended into wickedness, so God confined them to a remote, arid land. The Creator decreed that a tunnel would be the only passage there, and God doomed all traffic within the tunnel to creep along in the darkness. That which did not creep became foul, and many who entered in the image of God exited as beasts of the earth and considered returning themselves to it. Only well-adjusted travelers reached the other side thanks to the miracle of their oil. The Lord named the arid land Contra Costa, meaning against all odds. Those who dwelt there built gathering places for the sinful, like, now if you would please type into the chat, a non-geographic location. A non-geographic location. Please type that into the chat to fill in this first blank. A non-geographic location. If you would please type that into the chat right now. All right, great. I see some excellent suggestions. All right, I'm going to proceed with one of them. Those who dwelt there built gathering places for the sinful like a treehouse. God looked down upon them, but one night the Lord needed, now if you would please hold up to your webcam, a type of drink. Please hold up a type of drink to your webcam and let me look around and see what you've got there. Excellent. All right, I see a great suggestion. The Lord needed a Diet Coke and sought to enter a club, but God was turned away because the club was restricted. The Lord was wroth and decided to obliterate the nightlife and replace it with a temple. But only Jews would build a temple, and they did not dwell in the land. So God dispatched doves carrying olive branches to New York City and told the doves to lure the Jews to Contra Costa with promises of, now if you would please type into the chat a noun that is a place or a thing. Please type a place or a thing into the chat, and let's see what kind of great suggestions you guys have. We need a noun that's a place or a thing. All right, excellent. I'm seeing some great suggestions. All right, fantastic. Told them to lure the Jews to Contra Costa with promises of a football. The doves flew to and fro, and some got lost in Greenwich Village, and others joined street gangs, and many sold themselves into slavery and were forced to work weddings. God realized that only the most resilient of messengers could bring the Jews to California. So the Holy One turned to real estate agents. By that time, olive branches were out of season, so the Lord shampooed the agents with extra virgin olive oil to keep them pure, then flew them to New York without a plane, for their inflated egos kept them aloft. The agents brought gifts to the New York Jews, like, now if you would please hold up an object found in the bathroom. An object found in the bathroom, please hold that up to your webcam. All right, excellent, I see a great suggestion. The agents brought gifts to the New York Jews like toothpaste. At last, the choosy people came to Contra Costa, but they did not build a temple or even gather. The men thought only of their, now if you would please supply a noun in the chat. The men thought only of their, please supply a noun in the chat. Stomachs, the men thought only of their stomachs. So the Lord appointed 10 women to unite the Jews. The women met in a dwelling. It was there that God appeared as spilt milk and bubbled, "If you build it, they will come." The women asked each other, "Didst thou hear something?" They agreed it was nothing and wiped God off the face of the table. To draw their attention, God then became a tea kettle and whistled at the women, but they misinterpreted and set God on the back burner. God hissed, "Build me a temple." The eldest one said, "Let us set up a Sunday school in the Lafayette Town Hall." The others agreed. God boiled over. "That is not what I had in mind." The women did hear God, and this time they replied, "O high and mighty one, thy mind is in the clouds, and construction costs are even higher. Must thou afflict us like a taskmaster?" With a mighty sigh, God said, "All right, I don't want to argue about it. Just do what you want." And thus the League of Jewish Women was born. It came to pass that every Sunday morning, these women did not stay home multiplying, but divided the town hall into, now if you would please type into the chat, a type of room. A type of room. Please type a type of room into the chat, if you would. A type of room. All right, excellent. Kitchen. God divided the town hall, but the women divided the town hall into bedrooms where students could study. The Rock of Ages boomed, "You study my ways, but you do not pray to me." The League of Women heard God and said, "You want a temple? So give us the money." God did not want to invest in another bubble that might burst, for the Lord was still recuperating from the Big Bang. So God whispered, "If you fund it, they will come." 47 families pledged to pay for the temple. The sum of their gifts was 7,700. Now, if you would please hold up a type of currency up to your webcam, a type of currency, 7,700. Let's see what we've got here in the webcam. A type of currency. I'm looking around here, 7,700. All right, excellent. I see a great suggestion. 7,700 credit cards, but it was not enough. Many said, "We cannot build this thing. We will not find the money or the space." But after, now if you would please type a verb in its ing form into the chat. Please type a verb in its ing form into the chat, and let's see what we've got. But after running for 540 days, the Jews discovered a promising land. Yet the Lord would not bless it, for upon the land was a Polynesian restaurant that God had closed, because the cooks violated the holy separation of sweet from savory by mixing pork with pineapple. And near the unholy eatery stood an abomination, a giant tiki statue. The Jews sought to remove it. When they grasped it, the Holy One recalled the golden calf and felt triggered. God cried, "Do not build near this idol. This ground is soiled." But the chosen ones would not abandon their chosen land. In despair, the Almighty went to Florida for a month, sank into a tropical depression, and considered becoming polytheistic. "One day the Lord will bless this ground," said an elder, "so let us break it with a mighty..." Now, if you would please hold up to the webcam, something children shouldn't play with. Please hold up something children shouldn't play with. All right, excellent. With a mighty box of matches, the restaurant was struck down, and upon its foundation, Temple Isaiah was built. God looked upon the temple and saw it was, now we need an adjective in the chat. The historians forgot this. We need an adjective in the chat. God looked down and saw that it was ugly. Build a sanctuary, said the infinitely unsatisfied one, and seek a cantor, for your singing is like the 11th plague. In the beginning, the cost of a cantor was too great of a burden, so the Isaiahites hired a record player and hearkened to Kol Nidre and other high holiday hits on vinyl. But the phonograph, now if you could please type into chat the name of a famous person or group. The name of a famous person or group. Please type that into chat. All right, great. I've got a lot of great suggestions. Thank you very much. But the phonograph, like Elvis, could not be trusted. It skipped prayers and sped through long ones by switching from 33 to 78. The record player was cut off from the nation of Israel after it was caught using a dirty needle. When at last the Isaiahites found a cantor, they were, now if you would please type a negative emotional state into the chat. A negative emotional state. Please type that. All right, excellent. The Isaiahites found a cantor, but they were grumpy, for the cantor worked only part-time and thus sang only half of each prayer. One day, God whispered to the elders, your singing would sound better in a sanctuary. The board members heard God and said, wait for it. The impatient one replied, wait not, lest the sanctuary be naught but a pipe dream. That night, one board member dreamt of pipes, and when he awoke, he cried, we need an organ. God smote the man for being literal and said, do not covet an instrument meant for a church. But it came to pass, after passing the kippah, the congregants bought a magnificent organ. They rejoiced. God wept. For 7 days, now we need a bad form of weather in the past tense typed into the chat. We need a bad form of weather, please. For 7 days, it hailed upon the temple. I know what this microclimate is about, said the rabbi to God. Oh, commander in grief, give the organ a chance. With these hollow pipes, we will hallow thy name. The Lord stretched out a weary, now if you could please type into chat the name of a body part. The name of a body part. We need that in the chat. The Lord stretched out a weary elbow and set a plant on fire. A burning bush, the rabbi cried. Don't read too much into it, quoth God in a mellow tone. It's for medicinal purposes. Look, keep your organ, but remove its cover when it is 8 days old, and let it bring you joy. Now, if you want me as a member, build a sanctuary. And lo, the Isaiahites did erect a wondrous sanctuary. And it is said that God goes down to it on Shabbat and whispers to all assembled, now this is my kind of nightlife. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your participation in the unauthorized origin of Temple Isaiah. And I'll turn this back over to Rabbi Perlman and Kendra Korn.
Thank you so much, Maimoni. When I was planning to come out here and join you, I thought I had read up on the history, but clearly I missed some pieces along the way. Thank you for giving us that colorful history. Clearly we are a fun community, but you know what else we are? We are a community that acts. We are a community that cares about justice. We are a community that shows up. And so what I'd like to do is introduce now a chance for us to dig into how we move from strength to strength through how we act as a community.
What do we love about VIA? We love everything. We love that this is a Jewish value and that we're part of the community that's trying to improve the world.
There are so many things that have been important in VIA over many years, but I think helping to organize the border trip that we did in September of 2019, being there to see firsthand the issues, the struggle, the border wall, the Tijuana fence, to share that with 20 colleagues and Rabbi Perlman and Rabbi Levine was incredibly special. To experience doing social justice with others is so meaningful.
Hello, Temple Isaiah community. I am Lisa Tucker, and I am honored to add my voice in support of Zoom Gala 2021. As a member of the leadership team for the newly formed Anti-Semitism Task Force, I wanted to express my gratitude to Rabbi Perlman and all of the congregants who have participated in the launch of this group. While we are still building our agenda and role within the Temple community, the importance of our mission cannot be underestimated. As we read on a daily basis in the news, there has been an exponential rise in anti-Semitic acts and violence, both domestically and internationally. Our children have been subjected to more open attacks, and our college students continue to be on the front lines of anti-Semitism, which is often legitimized under the guise of anti-Zionism. We have a responsibility to call out and respond to such attacks. The days of silence and inactivity are over. We are all here because we are Jewish, or we feel Jewish, we like Jewish people, or are raising our children to be Jewish. We want to see Temple Isaiah, our Jewish neighborhood, thrive and grow, moving from strength to strength, proudly, openly, and with no fear. Thank you.
To me, connecting to God is about living a spiritually righteous life in the practice of Tikkun Olam, also known as repair the world. It's the idea that helping your fellow humans and being a good steward on this earth is the best and most righteous way to live. Tikkun Olam can be large endeavors, such as ending war, combating global warming, and fighting against world hunger. Yet small actions among friends can also be an example of Tikkun Olam. Telling a joke to a friend that's sad, or listening to someone who feels unheard.
I am so grateful to be a part of our community, and it has taken many folks to keep us connected during this strange time. I'm especially thankful to our COVID response advisory team. They have helped us to be nimble and creative during the pandemic, and they have held the balance between connection and safety in a way that has allowed us to really be leaders in the Bay Area. In-person Simcas, JQuest, and parking lot services are just a few examples of how the COVID response advisory team has navigated the science and the heart. Yasher Koach to all of you, and Todah Robah as the work continues.
Hi, I'm Stephen Weinzimmer.
I'm Jill Douglas.
We were the coordinators for the COVID outreach, Temple Isaiah COVID outreach to our community. And we wanted to reach out and touch everybody.
So in a matter of 2 weeks, after COVID started, we were able to mobilize 75 volunteers, thanks to the clergy and staff and their assistants. And we were able to reach out to every single congregant multiple times, and we provided hundreds of shopping, groceries, medications, phone calls, check-ins, and included, in fact, because there were so many college kids home, a lot of them did the shopping for our members. So it was the entire multi-generational members of our congregation.
It was great that we were able to reach out to so many people, but speaking personally, what we received back was better than what we put out. And what we were successful in doing is emblematic of the very best of Temple Isaiah. This is what our community is about.
A universal human need is to know that we matter to others. During the last year, I'm sure you can imagine the isolation that our most senior members may have experienced. When Angel Network volunteers delivered Shalach Manot baskets to these congregants, it was a means of helping them to maintain their connection to our temple, but also a means of letting them know how much they mattered. The unexpected visit raised their spirits and brought delighted smiles to their faces. And therein is the heart of Angel Network.
Our volunteers embrace each opportunity to interact with the members of our wonderful community.
I am so proud of the many ways in which we continue to act as a community, and so thankful, so grateful to all of you who are taking part in just that, and indeed making us a strong community through these ways that we've just highlighted here. Okay. I am going to look for that amazing slide that's going to tell us how we are doing at this particular moment. We are so thankful to everyone who has been showing up in the variety of ways, right? The ways that we pray together, right? The ways that we act together. And of course, if you are also able to give tonight of your heart, we would be so grateful as well. This is how we continue to stay strong. So I'm looking for that slide in just a moment. And one of the things that you can pay attention to is there's a piece at the top that says from strength to strength. And as we fill that in, as we get to goal, oh my gosh, as we get to goal, you're going to see those letters are getting filled in along the way as we get closer and closer and closer. So we have a goal of $100,000, and hopefully we'll be able to reach that and maybe even exceed that. And so remember, it's a dollar for dollar match. So the $64,608 that you see here, that is part of the dollar to dollar match. So that has half of that, of course, is with gratitude, of course, to the Candos, of gratitude, of course, to the Justice Foundation as well, the Family Foundation of Jerry and Melody Weintraub. Thank you, and thank you to all who have given.
That's amazing. That's amazing. And yeah, so I'm going to go back to the chat box.
You might have to scroll through some elbows and all those.
Well, I was just going to say, we have an amazing donation from someone's small intestine. That is real. Oh, I think, Rabbi, I'm still reading the Mad Lib entries. Sorry about that. Well, so many amazing donations to thank. Joyce and Marv Ellenberg, thank you so much. Rabbi Shanks and James Gracer, thank you for your support always. Trisha and Jim Zucker, thank you so much for your support. I want to thank all of those who gave before the gala, those who donated and helped seed that pot to begin with. David Oslander, Emily Blank, Mark Feldman, Greta France, Megan France, Michael Gill, Karen Goldberg, Jerry Kaplan, Ellen Kermeyer, Maynard Lichterman, Jeff Mann, Jess Rudd, Helen Sokol, Rabbi Oren Postrel, Heather Stoneman and Susan Jewell, Ron Abelman, Marianne Winnig, Ivor and Beryl Silver, Nancy Cornfield, and Sandy Anderson. Wow, what an amazing list. Thank you all so much for your support. I want to thank also Laura Hauer and Olivia Hauer-Richard for your generous donation. Aliza and Peter Metzner, thank you so much for your support. And the Hubner Wynn family, thank you so much for your support of Temple Isaiah. This is really amazing and really, really inspiring. If you can find a way, if you have not donated yet, any amount helps support us. And remember, any amount you give is going to be doubled tonight. So whether it's small, medium, or large, we so appreciate any support you can give the temple. If it's not in the Zoom chat, feel free to use the text, or you can even pick up the phone right now. As they like to say, Rabbi, operators are standing by.
It is so true. And indeed, if you know that you have some Isaiah friends who are not at the gala right now, give them a call. It's a fun time. Have them join. We have still a ways to go till we hopefully reach that goal. And so we are absolutely counting on our whole community to help us do just that.
Amazing. Thank you to Wendy and Stan Holsenberg. Thank you so much for your support and for being such a long-standing member and donator to Temple Isaiah. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. And so with that, go ahead, keep on giving if you are able to. But in the meantime, we want to make sure to give back to you. We have another gift giveaway, right, Stu?
That's right. How exciting it is. We have another instant wine seller, some lovely bottles of wine to give away to one lucky participant in our Zoom Gala tonight. Thank you all for giving. And as you say, Rabbi Perlman, it's wonderful to give back to. Let's shuffle up those names and spin that wheel. Round she goes, and here comes the winner. The winner of an instant wine cellar is Donna Abraham Moldoff and Seth Moldoff. Congratulations. Enjoy your wine. Thank you for your support of Temple Isaiah.
Thanks so much, Stu. This is it's like one of those things, we can't wait to see Stu. When we see Stu, we know something good is about to happen. So that's always exciting. Thanks so much and I have to say, that little bling is very cool. I would love that every time I show up on screen. Thank you so much for making this so much fun. And speaking of fun, I am going to turn things back to Maimoni for a whole new adventure. Maimoni, are you there?
Thanks very much, Cantor Corn. The pandemic has made it hard to communicate. We have to use video conferencing like Zoom or shout at each other through masks while 6 feet apart. We need a reliable way to express ourselves during these trying times. And fortunately, a think tank at Temple Isaiah has come up with a foolproof communication method, body language. Tonight, we're going to show you how to use your body to express your mind. We have conscripted a few hapless individuals to demonstrate this. They will use gestures, movement, and facial expressions to convey a word or idea. It's going to be your job to figure out what they are straining to convey. If you think you've got it, please submit your guess by typing a word or phrase in chat. So for those of you who want to participate, please stand by or sit by your keyboard. Once somebody correctly guesses the word or idea, either I or my co-host Jen will say it out loud. Everything our demonstrators gesticulate is part of a sentence. If you guess that sentence, please type it into the chat. The sentences are different for each of our 3 rounds, and they relate to the pandemic and Jewish teachings. So, if you are ready, let's begin. Our first demonstrator is Karen. So you want to keep your eyes on Karen. All right, and so she is going to start demonstrating our first word. And type into chat if you've got an idea of what she's doing. Praying is close. Pray to God is close. It's got something to do with God. She may be pointing to God, but she's trying to tell you something in doing so. Worshiping is close. The word has certainly been said. It just hasn't been said by itself yet. But people are very close. Karen is getting really desperate. She's seriously regretting her life choices right now. Wishing she had. Okay. Oh, we have more messages. Okay. Let's see. Have we gotten it yet?
I see a God.
Okay. Fantastic. Thank you, Jen. All right. God is the first word. All right. All right. Karen is immensely relieved. God is the first word. Take a look at what she's doing now. What is she doing now? All right. She is signaling to you the next word or idea. What is that? What is she doing? She is definitely looks like she is pants.
We got a pants.
One of the words. We have pants. Pants is one of the words, but it's got something to do with pants. You could dance in your pants, but pulling your pants up is very close.
We gotta wear.
Where is close. Where is one of the words. Wear the pants. Yes, I think someone said it. Wear the pants. Now let's move on to our next word or idea.
So we have God wears the pants.
We have God wears the pants. That is confirmed. Thank you, Jen. Backside is close, but don't be afraid to use the vernacular. But is correct. Yes. But is the next word. All right, let's move on to the next one. All right, what's she doing now? What is she signaling now?
We got a not.
Not is correct. Not is correct. All right. And we're on to a small word. She is signaling for a small word. All right, what is she doing there? All right, anyone have any idea?
I got an on.
An on is correct. Thank you very much, Jen. All right, on is the small word, and we've got, I'll tell you right now, we've got one more word, guys. What is it? All right, she is.
Ooh, we got Zooms.
Zoom is correct. All right. Who thinks they know the full sentence? Thank you very much, Karen. Excellent work. From Michaela, God wears the pants, but not on Zoom is correct. And thank you very much, Michaela. Thank you very much, Karen. And thank you, everyone, for playing. But that's only round 1. Let's move on to round 2. For round 2, we have Joe. Joe is going to be our next volunteer to demonstrate another sentence relating to Jewish teachings and the pandemic. So here comes Joe, everyone. Joe, we're ready for you to demonstrate the first word or idea. All right, what is he signaling there? He's signaling something. Small. In is correct. Yes. In has been guessed. All right. In has been guessed. It looks like Joe's not feeling that well. He's signaling something, and the cough is close, but not quite.
We got a pandemic.
Pandemic is correct. Yes, in pandemic. In pandemic is correct. All right. Well done, Joe. All right. Let's have you move on to the next word. All right. What is he doing there? What is he doing there, ladies and gentlemen? He is davening, praying is close, but not quite. Worshiping is close. Crown is getting closer. It is something to do with
we got a
praying.
kippah.
Kippah is correct. Yes, kippah is correct. All right, so far we have in pandemic kippah. And now let's move on to the next word or idea, Joe. All right, now Joe's doing something pretty strange. It's not.
We got milk.
Joe might be drinking after this game. It is milk, yes, milk is correct. And let's move on to the next word or idea. No, not milking the cow, just milk, yes. Don't get too ambitious, ladies and gentlemen. Cutting, no, it has something to do with cutting. Stirring, we might find the game stirring. It is eating something, but it is still hasn't been guessed yet. Keep on going, Joe, don't give up hope. Meat
we got meat.
Meat, yes, and meat is correct. All right, keep in mind what we've said is correct, guys. All right, Joe, let's go on to the next word or idea. We've got a guess that's pretty close. Okay, 6 is correct. 6 is correct. Someone just gave a close guess, but it wasn't exactly right. All right, 6 is the next one. All right, and let's see what he's signaling there. He is showing us his shoes. Shoe is close, but that's no, not lace, not.
Amy Skepner gave us a feet.
Feet. Oh yes, thank you very much, Jen. So we have feet, and then Joe. Let's go on to our next word or idea. Let's see if anyone can guess what Joe is signaling now. He's not swimming, but
we got an apart.
Apart is correct. All right. From Rena. In a pandemic, keep milk and meat 6 feet apart is correct. Well done, Joe. Well done, everyone. Thank you very much. And now, Joe, you also, like Karen, are officially relieved of duty. Joe tried to tear up his draft card, but it just didn't work out. We conscripted him anyway. And now we have our third and final participant demonstrator, which is Heather, who will demonstrate the third and final sentence in our round of Jewish body language. There's Heather stepping up to the desk or to her living room or wherever she steps up to inside her home. All right, ladies and gentlemen, get ready for one more pandemic-related sentence. All right, Heather, it's to you. Start with our first word or idea. All right. In is correct. Yes, in is the first word. All right, good job. Whoever said that, most people said in. All right, what is she gesturing next? She is gesticulating something. In. Second word, that is correct. She is on to the second word. She is using 2 hands, but she does not mean 2 hands. Yes, knock is close. Knock is getting close. Let's see, we're getting very close. Turnkey does have something to do with a turnkey. Open door. You're kind of knock.
Oh, we got a lock.
Oh, we got a lock. Thank you very much, Jen. All right, in lock is correct. All right, let's see. We're ready for the next word or phrase. Down is correct from Amy. Thank you very much. So keep track.
In lockdown.
In lockdown. Well done. All right, and now let's go on to our next word or phrase. All right, she seems to be signaling something.
God.
God, correct. Thank you very much from the Bergs. God is correct. Let's go on to our next word or idea, Heather. All right. It looks like she's really straining either to show you.
Lifts.
Lifts is correct. Yeah, lifts is fantastic. Well done, Heather, and well done, Erica and Howard. All right, Heather, let's go on to our next word or phrase. Close, Adam, but not quite. Wait for it. Wait for it. Don't jump the gun now. Some of us might have been sewing, but it's not bubbles, but you might, I can understand why you think that. Spirit is correct. Very nice, spirit. Yes, well done. And Heather, let's go on to our next word or phrase. It is spirit, not our spirit. All right, what is she gesticulating there?
We've got
through is correct. Thank you very much once again from Berg and someone else with other names attached. Through is correct. Let's go on to our next word or phrase. All right, this is Heather's workout routine here, but it's actually something else. Run is close, but not close enough. Running treadmill, well, I don't know what she does for her exercise, but that's not quite it. You're getting close though. Moves, jog, it does have something to do with jogging. Let's see, Jen, has anyone guessed it yet? No, not quite. Keep going. Yes, Heather should keep going, and so should you. You guys should be able to guess this. All right, Heather's trying a new tactic, guys. Stand by. All right, don't worry. I know you guys can do this. Strutting. Lockdown, God lifts spirits through walking. Close, Michaela, but not quite. Moves. All right. This is where things are getting challenging, guys. We're really testing your charades. Square dancing. Totally not relevant, but good guess from Terry and Peter. All right. God lifts spirits through walks. Nope, not quite. Black back. No.
I got a side. We got a side.
We got side. Side is correct. Do we have the word that comes before side? I don't think we do. Took us, don't know how that got in there. No, that's a side. All right.
Two-syllable word.
Backside, two-syllable words, just trying to tell you.
We all learned it during pandemic.
Yeah, we all learned it. Some of you
Curbside.
Curbside. Thank you very much from Joe. Curbside is correct. And now we have, I believe, one more word or idea.
Good, we got it.
Michaela got it. All right, Michaela for the win once again. In lockdown, God lifts spirits through curbside pickup. And Debbie and Ed also got it, and perhaps some other people got it that I've missed. But thank you very much, Heather. Well done. Well done to all of you. And thank you guys for learning Jewish body language. Now go out and use it.
Thank you so much, Maimoni and Heather and Joe and Karen. Thank you for helping us learn in a new way. In fact, that is the theme of what's about to happen, right? We are going to lean into how we go from strength to strength through learning. In just a moment, we'll have a video about just that.
I'm Christine. And I'm Lauren. And our daughter Evie attends Ganilan. She started last year, and then just as we had gotten our drop-off routine solidified, the pandemic hit and everything changed.
We could have never imagined the upheaval a pandemic could cause, but what remained unchanged was the support and care from the Ganilan teachers and staff, and the Temple Isaiah community as a whole.
Last March, Ganilan seamlessly pivoted to Zoom Haverim, a virtual program of preschool activities, and singing the Lunch Bunch jingle really got us through those early days of shelter in place. While we couldn't be together in person, it was comforting for Evie to be able to see what her friends were enjoying for lunch, and even more so for us to see familiar faces, knowing we were all in this together. We're so grateful to Ganilan and can't imagine this year without it. Our daughter's been able to make new friends, enrich her Jewish values, and just have the chance to do kid things.
We've heard from many Ganilan alumni families that it's truly a special place, more than just a preschool, and that simply could not be more true.
What I like about Zayquest is on Tuesdays we've done a Purim-style Jeopardy, which was really fun, and we've made a banner of the Seder steps for Pesach or Passover, and those were both very, very fun. And at Farm on Sundays, we've done 2 mock trials and made a Seder plate, which I just finished today. And what I like about Tefillah is it's really relaxing. The music is fun and it's helped me learn Hebrew, the Hebrew prayers, and singing the 4 questions in Hebrew for the Pesach Seder. Yay, Zayquest.
We're on a confirmation class. We want to say thank you, Temple Isaiah.
Our library and librarian Melissa have enriched our experiences in Jewish learning and culture during the COVID-19 pandemic this past year. Attending library programs on Zoom has helped our community to connect during a year apart. Being able to attend book groups, film discussions, racial justice book talks, and speakers on topics from Jews in South Africa to ice cream to climate change has given us a chance to engage and learn together from home since the beginning of the pandemic. As a library committee member, I look forward to what the library has for us to explore in the year ahead.
Hi, I'm Alana. After the women's trip to Israel with Rabbi Greninger in 2019, I was really inspired to continue adult education. Through Temple Isaiah, there were just so many opportunities, but unfortunately COVID hit, and while the doors to Temple were still virtually open, my life was virtually closed. I was stuck at home with kids and work, and it was impossible. But then the opportunity with Temple Isaiah in partnership with Project Zug came about, and I was able to learn on mutually agreed upon time in my Havruta. Through Havruta, I was able to grow my Temple Isaiah community and also learn about interesting topics like moral dilemmas. In these tumultuous times, it was great to be inspired from a class and explore some tough questions. Thank you to Temple Isaiah and for Project Zoom for helping me grow this year. Thank you.
Beautiful. It is always so inspiring to hear the stories of how people have been touched in the various ways through Temple Isaiah, and in this case through learning. And it's just such a joy to have so many different access points. Friends, I would love to be able to check in to see where we are as we look towards a goal that will help us stay strong as a community. Remember, we're looking in that from strength to strength to fill in that those letters. And oh my goodness, whoa, we were at $72,960. Cantor Corn's amazing, right? Oh my gosh.
Amazing. I am so inspired. I love that Learn video, by the way. That certainly would inspire me. I have to say, it's so incredible the way we have provided opportunities, but it takes people to take advantage of those opportunities. And our congregants have just come forward time and time again to strengthen our community through their learning, through their participation, through sending their children to our educational programs. It truly has been just an inspiration. So I'm so thrilled to see how close we are getting to our goal. I want to thank some donors since our last break. Katie.
I don't know how you're going to go through that chat and find them all, but Cantor Corn. After all that with the game.
Special attention throughout the charades. But I know we want to thank Katie and John Berryhill and Marilyn Morris for their generous donations. If there's a way that you can help us reach that goal, get to that point, show your support of how much you love Temple Isaiah and how inspired you are, we would so be grateful if you can type that in the chat and help us get there. We only have 3 more letters to fill, so it would be really amazing if we reach that tonight. Thank you, everyone, for your support so far and for making this such a special evening. Special thanks to Rabbi Alyssa and Dan Miller. Thank you so much for your donation and your support.
Amazing. All right. Well, it's one of our favorite parts when we get to go back to Stu for another gift giveaway.
Thank you. Thank you. And thank you all for what a wonderful evening this is. Let's give away some more stuff. For this giveaway, we've got a lovely gift basket of goodies from Pixar, Toy Story, and all kinds of other great stuff from the Pixar Corporation. And movies and stuff. Let's spin that wheel, shuffle up the list of winners, the list of entrants, and here we go around and around the spiel. This wheel comes up with our winners, who are Leah and Adam Felsen. Congratulations. Enjoy all of your goodies from Pixar. Thank you for your support.
Mazel tov to the Felsens. I think that's going to be such an amazing gift. And this is a chance for us to lean into the gift, again, that is our community, the ways in which we connect with one another. So we have one more video to share that is about just that, how we connect in with one another as Temple Isaiah.
Hi everyone, I'm Jory Cornell, and I'm excited to share with you the engaging and enriching experience I've had with the Temple Isaiah Monthly Cooking Circle, led by our incoming president, Julie Bell, Cook Par Excellence. Most of us haven't been able to travel the world this past year, but at our monthly Zoom gatherings, we've been able to escape to faraway places through delicious food and creative menus. I met new friends, reconnected with old friends as we cooked and socialized together. It was so much fun.
Good evening. I was asked to share with you a little bit about the racial justice groups. This year has been complicated in so many ways. In order to bring us closer together, Temple Isaiah initiated a program of lay-led small affinity groups beginning last summer. The program kicked off following the death of George Floyd, with groups exploring our responsibility as Jews to seek racial justice. 6 groups, comprised of 70 or so Temple members, did the hard work of exploring their own implicit biases and then in committing to making changes in their behaviors to help reduce inequality and racism. Some groups continue to meet, building relationships with communities of color in our own county and taking part in actions locally and nationally to right the wrongs perpetuated in this generation. This is not easy work, and having the ongoing support of other Temple members has kept us moving from strength to strength.
During this time of unrest, the Women of Isaiah adapted to the new normal by moving to a fully remote platform that we believe was an overwhelming success. Launching our Women of Isaiah Connect series enabled us to come together virtually to bake Gala, design our own mezuzahs, lunch and have tea so we're not alone, and travel to Israel together to explore the history of our past. We also co-sponsored with Anshe a trip to Spain from the comfort of our homes. We hosted 2 fabulously fun and extremely well-attended bingo nights, and of course are looking forward to our upcoming Maj Madness returns pandemic style. Remarkably, this pause in the ordinary has brought about the extraordinary. We responded to your needs by launching our WOI online gift shop so we could still offer you beautiful Judaica and gifts. Remember, as your personal shoppers, we are only a click away. So it has been more than a year since we encountered this alternative reality. WOI is looking forward to when we can come together in person, leaving behind all what this past year has brought us, but holding on to the positives that have come out of it.
This is Seth Moldoff, president of Anshe Isaiah. Anshe Isaiah has always focused on the needs of its members. So when COVID shut down our in-person activities last year, we were quick to leverage our strengths and move to the virtual world. We brought our members education, entertainment, and engagement, and provided a way to stay active throughout the quarantine. We held our first ever virtual men's retreat. We journeyed to tour Jewish Rome. We traveled to Israel to experience how Sukkot was celebrated during the lockdown. We learned about anti-Semitism on college campuses, and even explored mindfulness and meditation for men. We deepened our Hearing Men's Voices conversations and started a book club for men. For our sports fans, we learned about collecting sports memorabilia and completed another successful fantasy football league season. We even moved online to host our annual trivia night and Mushu in a Movie. We never let COVID slow us down. We are so grateful to everyone who helped and participated this year. As we head into this new normal, we hope all the men of Temple Isaiah will join us in our events and activities. We are here for you now and in the future as a place to build friendships, grow your knowledge, and just have fun. We hope to see you in person soon.
Temple Isaiah has always been known as a bedrock of the community, and this year they've really redoubled their efforts through some innovative programs to really help not only the members but also the local business owners. As the owner of Zuni's Candy Shop in Lafayette, I've experienced personally how they've created new programs like the Shook to encourage members and businesses to support each other through these tough times, and also have been able to participate in various programs that Temple Isaiah has been able to put together. And I really appreciate their strength and commitment to the community and the innovative things they're doing. Thank you so much, Temple Isaiah.
מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד, הנה מה טוב, הנה מה טוב. הנה, 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 הנה מה טוב. There are those of us who carry years, there are those who tarry years, there are those who are born to us, and there are those who come to us, and there are those who know their dream, and those who dream to know. Hine ma tov u'ma na'im, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov u'ma na'im, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov, hine ma tov. Hine, 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 hine ma tov. There are those of us who reach for heaven. There are those who reach for hands. There are those whose faith is rock, and those who question God's command. And there are those who just don't know the words, and those who know where they stand. Hine ma tov u'ma na'im, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov u'ma na'im, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine, hine, hine ma tov. Hine, 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 hine ma tov. Hine ma tov. Not all the same, but stronger and wiser as one. Here we are, here we are, here we go. There are those of us who live on clouds, there are those who live on earth, there are those who will never change, and there are those who find rebirth, and there are those who know where we've been, and those who see where we'll go. Hine ma tov u'ma na'im, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov, hine ma tov, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov, hine ma tov. Here we are, here we go. Hine ma tov. I'm going to turn things over now to Rabbi Miller and Rabbi Greninger, who are going to lead us as we bid Shabbat goodbye into Havdalah. Rabbis?
You know, what an amazing Shabbat this has been. We began Shabbat last night in our parking lot, filled with the music of the Mizmor band and with a bonfire to celebrate the end of Lag BaOmer. We continued on into Shabbat with Torah study that has been going strong throughout the year on Zoom, and continual learning that happens. We had two amazing young women become Banot Mitzvah in our gorgeous Hamakom garden today. And then this afternoon, our campus was filled with Loftyites running around, taking a break from all the stress of their life to just be in a community that means so much to them. And now here we are together as this community with so much laughter, so much fun. I've had tears in my eyes as we think through this whole past year. And so we come to the end of Shabbat with this joy in our hearts. And as we celebrate Havdalah, Havdalah is a time for us to take Shabbat and bring it into the rest of the week. But it's also a time this year, as we're coming to the end of our Gala, to be able to reflect on this past year and to take So much of that love and joy that we had. Yes, there has been struggles and pain and sorrow, but there has been so much joy and laughter and community building throughout the year. And so as we raise our glass for the Kiddush soon, we will think about all the sweetness of this past year, the sweetness that was brought from the connections that we made, from the love that we had from others in our lives. We'll go on into the spices, and we'll think about how we might have spiced up our life a little bit this year. Something new that we tried. Maybe it was a cooking project. Maybe it was joining an Isaiah circle. Maybe it was a little bit more learning or understanding how to use technology a little bit better. We'll then go on into our candle, which I will light in a moment, but you'll see that Rabbi Greninger has one that it is burning strong, and we'll think about that light from our community and from this experience that burns bright within our heart, and how can we take that forward? And so then when we go and say, Havmavdil ben Kodesh lechol, how do we take this holiness of the spirits and bring it forward? We will take all of this with us into our experience. So I pass it over to Rabbi Greninger to lead us in these rituals.
As I lead Havdalah tonight, I invite you to sing along with me. I know we can't all hear each other's voices, but please feel free to join me in song. And we begin with blessing our wine or grape juice. Yai dai da 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 da, yai dai da 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 da, yai da 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 da, ya da 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 da. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen borei peri hagafen yai dai da 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 yai dai da 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 ya da 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 ya da 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 da. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei minei besamim borei minei besamim. Yai dai da 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 da, yai dai da 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 da, yai da 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 da, ya da 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 da. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei meorei ha'esh borei meorei ha'esh. Yai dai da 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 da, yai dai da 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 da, yai da 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 da, ya da 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 da. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamavdil ben kodesh lechol hamavdil ben kodesh lechol. Shavua tov, 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 Shavua tov. A good week, a week of peace. May gladness reign and joy increase. A good week, a week of peace. May gladness reign and joy increase. Eliyahu Hanavi, Eliyahu Hatishbi, Eliyahu, Eliyahu, Eliyahu Hagiladi, Bimera Be'amenu, Yavo Eleinu, Himashiach ben David, Himashiach ben David. Eliyahu Hanavi, Eliyahu Hatishbi,
Eliyahu, Eliyahu, Eliyahu HaGiladim. Shavua Tov, and I will turn it back over to Stu for another giveaway.
I just want to know how you two wonderful rabbis worked so hard to extinguish your flames at the same exact moment. It was perfect. It was beautiful. And speaking of wine, speaking of Borei Peri Hagafen, we've got some more Borei Peri Hagafen to give away. So another instant wine cellar, some beautiful bottles of wine for our 5th Gala giveaway package. Let's start up that wheel, shuffle the names, and round we'll spin it right round, and come up with a winner for our package of wine. And the winner is Deborah and John Kalin. Congratulations. Enjoy your wine. Thank you so much for your support of Temple Isaiah.
Wow, what a great night. Hopefully our last virtual gala, but it really was fantastic. I really cannot wait until next year when we can all be together. Thank you all for being here. Thanks again to our generous matching gift donors, Julian Paul Cando and Justice Foundation, the Family Foundation, and Melody and Jerry Weintraub. Our gala sponsors, including our diamond sponsors, Jan and Alex Trisnewski, and of course, our clergy, staff, and lay leaders for making tonight possible. What a great night.
Thank you so much, Alan. And of course, thank you for everything that you do for our community as well. You are a shining light. We could not have moved through this year, this difficult year without you. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Toda Rava. Friends, we are heading towards the end of our Zoom Gala 2021. And I'm pretty sure we are in person next year, May 7th.
I sure hope so, Rabbi. I have to tell you, it's fun being side by side with you here on Zoom, but there is no substitute with being side by side with you in person. I'm ready. Are you ready?
I am ready, 100% and more. Absolutely.
That's great. I have a list of some more names before we go to our final slide. I want to make sure we mention those donors as well. We want to thank the Siegel family, Peter Bluford, and Terry Moss. Thank you so much. Thank you to Ellen Bernstein Ellis. Thank you to Josh and Lori Feller. Special thanks to Donna Green. We want to express our gratitude to Arlene and Yale Downs. Rabbi, to you and Jeff, thank you so much for your support. To Celia and Leland Douglas, and a great pair in my book, Art and Irene Korn. Thank you so much for your donation.
And a special thanks to you too, Karen Korn and Brian Nagel as well.
Thank you.
All right. Well, I think it is time to share one of our final slides here to see how we are doing. Wow. Oh my goodness. We are so close. We're at from strength to strength, almost at that final age. You can of course continue to give, certainly in these last little bits, if you'd like to kind of help us fill in that last age, anything there, we of course appreciate it. But of course, after the fact as well, we want to make sure that Temple Isaiah continues to be there, showing up in every way that we possibly can. Moving from strength to strength, showing up and standing strong for all of our community. In fact, I believe that we have one more slide to show. In fact, a grand total that is going to include all of our gala sponsorships as well. Oh, and I think there's something additional in the chat here for you, Cantor.
Yes, thank you, Trisha and Jim Zucker. Thank you so much for your support.
Thank you so much. All right, I think we should show our final total, all of the ways that folks have given towards our gala this year. Drum roll. Woo. And it may be updated, maybe in one more. We can banter a little bit together, Cantor.
Totally.
all the ways we are excited for next year, but we don't have to because look, oh my gosh.
Amazing. We did it indeed.
We did
Wow,
it.
Isaiah.
This is truly, truly, truly amazing. We are so grateful. There are so many ways that we show up. And so this is one of the ways. A special thanks again to the Justice Foundation, the Family Foundation of Jerry and Melody Weintraub. Toda Rabba, your generosity is so moving to all of us in our community. Thank you to Paul and Julie Kando. Your generosity and leadership for all four of you is just absolutely thrilling to watch. We are blessed through you. To everybody who gave, to everyone who was here, to our entire community again and again and again, thank you. Thank you for being the caring, loving, caring community that indeed we are. So from this gala to the next in person, right, Cantor?
I'm ready if you're ready. But I have to say, this indeed was a very fun Zoom gala. Well, we had such fun at this show, and we happened to raise lots of dough. Through the videos, the song, and the rhyme, let us close by toasting L'chaim. It was a Zoom gala, it's a Zoom gala, a Zoom gala, yes, a Zoom gala. Let me hear ya! Zoom gala, it's a Zoom gala, a Zoom gala, it was a Zoom gala, Zoom. Thank you to everybody, and I want to say a very special thank you again to Jen Boxerman, who is just an amazing part of our team, for whom we could not have done any of this tonight. She is so inspiring and works so hard to make sure Temple Isaiah is the strong community it is. Jen, we owe a debt of gratitude to you for making tonight such an incredible evening.
Thank you to everybody. Shavua Tov. And you know what? Since we don't have music, why don't we, if folks want to unmute and say Shavua Tov to each other, go ahead. Shavua Tov.
Shavua Tov.
Woo!
Shavua Tov.
Shavua Tov.
Shavua Tov.
Shavua Tov all.